Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Uchenna Ilo, and for this video I want to talk about my PhD journey, just like the beginning aspects of my PhD journey. All the while I've been making videos about personal development, some forms of metaphysics, some mostly aspects about spirituality. But I believe I should also address every aspect of my life. So my academic life has played a major role in my evolution. Um, well, at least the evolution of my intellect, and also it's played a very big role in my life because I spent a lot of years in schools. If you count from the primary school, 6 years; secondary school, 6 years; university, 5 years. That's 11. Then my postgraduate, I've been there for 8 years. So that's 19 years. And that's a lot of years. So I need to account for it too on these videos. So today I'll be talking about the beginning aspects of of the PhD journey. Um, do we really need to do a PhD? Why would you decide to do a PhD? What is a PhD, and what does it really mean for anybody's life? Um, for me, I didn't. Okay, yeah. Let me just go. Let me not start with my own personal self. I'll start with the more objective side of it. Okay, so a PhD is a doctor of philosophy in um, in a particular field. So it's all about um, researching and adding new knowledge to any particular field or discipline or area of research that that you're interested in. So what you do basically is to do what I call an original study, original research. And I'm assuming we all know what research is. It's an investigation into a phenomenon or 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 into something, you know, whether abstract or physical. So you're investigating it, you're exploring it, you're examining it. You're trying to find out what it is about. So you're going into the finest details, and the PhD is like the the most precise kind of inquiry. It goes very deep into a particular topic or a subject. The topic of a PhD is usually a research question, which is a very narrow field of a field. And yeah, so why do we do that? Why do people do that? From what I learned in school, the major reason why somebody wants to engage themselves in that kind of an activity for several years. The minimum is about 3 years, but people do it for up to 7 years. I did mine for 6 years for various reasons, and people do it for longer, some even 10 years. So why would somebody want to spend that kind of time and the resources that you spend, doing that? There has to be something behind it. So the first reason why I believe, a PhD is needed is if you want to be a lecturer. And being a lecturer means that you're teaching university students, you're teaching undergraduates, you're teaching postgraduates, and you're hopefully also supervising people that want to do a PhD. So you're helping to bring the next generation um, into into their own fields of study. You're helping to develop the next generation's intellect and their ability to critically reason and analyze situations. For the ones in the undergraduate that will not go into the postgraduate, they need their certificates to get a job, in the world. So you're playing a very big role by doing that. And some people have the passion for teaching. So if you have that passion for teaching, then a PhD is very good, very perfect for you. You'll be an expert in your field, and you can now reap the rewards of your passion by teaching. Then, secondly, is the if you want to be a researcher. Now, it's not the same as being a lecturer. You know, a researcher, a full-time researcher, is someone that continues researching, that keeps on doing original research. Um, when I say original research, I mean like invest like exploring a new field. You know, at the end of a PhD, you're going to write limitations of your study. You're going to write avenues or recommendations for further studies. So, if you want to be a researcher, you're going to follow up on those further studies. You're going to keep exploring your field by going to get original data from people or from experiments, or depending on what you're doing, and you keep researching and bringing out original results and research and and knowledge. So you don't really have to be a lecturer in a classroom, even though you can also combine the two of them. So those are the two major reasons I know that a PhD makes sense to do and very important. Then I can also add some ancillary, reasons why people do that. Some people claim that they use it to develop their skills. Yeah, there's a lot of transferable skills you can learn from the PhD, but I don't really believe that's why people actually go in to do a PhD. There are many other reasons. I'm just giving you the ones that I believe are the how do I put it? Like they're the most plausible. They should be. They are the ideal reasons for doing a PhD. That's to be a lecturer or to be a researcher. And in both ways, you're adding new knowledge, to what we already know, to what already exists, or you're confirming um, somebody else's research, in a different context or something. But it's like you're bringing in something new. So those are the main reasons. Now there are other reasons why people go in to do a PhD, and which causes difficulties, or how will I put it? Yeah, it makes it more difficult for you to do and complete it when there's no passion in it. And the first one is people that want to have the title of doctor. That's not the best reason. That's not even a good reason at all to do a PhD. It's a reason, but it's not going to keep you motivated when times are tough. When times get rough, and I know that times get rough. And everybody I know that's done a PhD, they know that times get rough in the PhD, and you need to motivate yourself. You need to be a self-motivating kind of person. You have to push yourself because it's a lonely journey most of the time, because you are the only one doing that, answering the particular question, that answering your research question, because your research question has to be original. You need to make sure that nobody has answered that same type of question in the same context. So it's lonely. You have to spend a lot of time reading by yourself, reading thousands. I'm sure. I read thousands of articles, textbooks, um, yeah, journal articles and textbooks. Those are the main things that we read, and you have to read a lot of them, a lot, over years. You need to understand them. You need to be able to cite them, and of course, because you're doing an investigation, you're going to read like 10 times more than what you need to know. You're going to go in different directions before you finally settle down on what you're actually doing. Most times, your research question will need to be adjusted, to fit what you're doing exactly. So, if you just want to do a PhD because you want to get the title of doctor, that is, yeah, of course, it's your own decision to make, but it's not a wise decision, because it's very, very, very tasking, and you may not finish it. You may just end up wasting your resources. The second reason might be because your friends or some people have a PhD and you're jealous of them and you want to go and do it because your friends and family say you should do it. That's another reason why you should not even attempt doing it. If you don't have the two original reasons that I mentioned, then forget about it. Then if you think the PhD is a route or a track, a fast track, to making plenty of money, it's not, because you can easily Google the starting salary of a lecturer, and you will see that really there's nothing like you're not going to make more money from it. It's not possible. It's going to give you some type of, it will give you credibility, which you can use on your own, to make money or not. But that's left to your own ingenuity, your own imagination of what you can do with it. But when it comes to like a job, like how much are lecturers being paid, how much do PhD holders get paid on the average, I'm sure you can do a Google search, and you will see that it's not. It's average. It's not. Maybe it's a little above average. I don't know, but it's not. It's nothing extraordinary, and you're not going to be a millionaire from doing that. So then the last one is, if you feel you have nothing else to do with your life and you just want to go and do a PhD, it's not the same as doing a master's. It's an expand. It's like 30 or 40 times what a master's degree um, program will demand of you. Is very, very demanding, and if you don't have a real passion like for that thing that you're doing, you are not going to finish it. You're going to waste your money, and you're probably going to drop out because the attrition rate is quite high, in PhDs. So yeah, if you want to learn new things and you want to add new knowledge and you have a love, a passion for reading and writing, and you're an introvert, I think you need to be an introvert to do this, because um, it's a really introverted experience. So yeah, those are the key points I wanted to talk about today, and I hope you enjoyed this talk. And I'll be doing more videos on the PhD, and my experiences there. So I'll see you guys again on the next video. Bye.